everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today's video is on getting some free shrubs. So who doesn't love free plants, right? So I'm out here working in this little garden and I'm working on my endless summer blue mop head hydrangeas, and they are ready to be divided. So I thought it would be a fun project for me to bring you all at home because it's so easy to do, and seriously, who doesn't love free plants? So this little garden here is quite packed. It started with two of these endless summer blue hydrangeas, and I've been dividing them over the years because I just wanted a nice, thick, full patch of hydrangeas. I love mass plantings. I think they make such a nice impact. And also, I mean, more plants, less weeds, right? You've probably heard me say that a million times. So this is such an easy project, and I'm just going to give you some pointers here, but I want to start off by telling you the tools that you will need to do this project. So I've got my shovel. So I like a straight edge edging shovel, just sharpened, especially for dividing. But a shovel, some trugs, and some pruners. So I want to show you what's happening and how you can tell that these are ready to be divided. So this here, I've got at least 3 shrubs here. So it started as one right here, and then the roots underground have sprouted at least 2 more. So this is a good size. I can see, a couple of smaller ones, and typically I wait until the offshoots are a little bushy. So you want at least 2 or 3 branches on your shrub if you're dividing them and trying to make some new plants out of them. So I will say that this garden here started with just 2 hydrangeas, and over the years we've been filling it out here, and we have so many in here today. So let me just show you some of the others that are also ready. So I have another one right here, and you can also see where this is making a baby right here. So if you tug on it, you can tell how rooted it is. It's really in there. So that means it's got a nice root system, and that will take off on its own if we divide it. And then there's a couple more over here. So this is one of the original shrubs here, and there's actually a few of them scattered around, a few babies here that are ready to be transplanted. But this might take a little more muscle here. Now notice how I'm doing today's project on a cloudy and drizzly day. So that is really important. You don't want your plants under stress when you're dividing and transplanting. So right now they're under the least amount of stress. And if you don't have a cloudy or rainy day and you want to get out there and do it, I just recommend doing it early in the morning before the sun is blaring. So the other thing that I want to mention is spring is an ideal time to do this. So it's just started leafing out, and that is perfect. It's just starting to do that. That's what you want. I've got some nice healthy leaves coming in, but I really don't want much more leaves than that. I think that's going to stress the plant out a little too much. Okay, so I'm going to get to work. Okay, so I just felt that I spliced some roots here, and that's what I want. I'm trying to go as far away from the base of the shrub as I can, and I'm also working around some soaker hoses here. Ideally, you want to go at least a foot out. You want to take as much of the root ball as you can and some of the soil with it. If you can. All right, I'm sensing just by digging around that out of this little group here, I might get a couple of shrubs. This is perfect. Honestly, if you bought this at a nursery, it would go in at least a 2 or 5 gallon container. So this is a good size starter shrub. Perfect, doesn't even fit in the trug there. It's pretty beefy. Okay. This one's a little tricky because it's grown around the soaker hose. All right, I'm gonna go out here and see if I can find a root. All right, so it's pretty close to the soaker hose here. So what I'm gonna do is just prune the roots so I can tease it all apart. It's pretty tight in here. Wow. All right, here is number 2. Also good size hydrangea. Nice and healthy. Hi. All right, and then we're gonna have a look at what else we can harvest here. Candidate number 3 here. This is getting just too close to the edge, and I do have some coral bells and some hostas here that I really love on the border. I like to plant my shorter stuff in the front. So I'm going to try to divide this one here, but it might be a little tricky, so bear with me. And there are some soaker hoses in here. All right, you can kind of see here where it's still attached to, we'll call it the parent shrub right in here. So I'm going to cut this away. There we go. Success. All right, I believe this one's sitting right on top of the soaker hose, so I don't know. Let's see here. Check this out. soaker hose repair coming our way. Ah, yeah, it's right on top of it. So this is the prize. This one really had to come out because it was all mixed in with the soaker hoses. And it was very close to the edge, but this is quite the treasure here. This is a great size hydrangea. I think it's probably like a 10-gallon size. And then we also got this little tiny baby, which is a little small, but you know, I don't know if I can bear the thought of throwing away any shrubs or plants. So we're going to give this a go too. Okay, so here we are with our treasures. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 free hydrangeas here. So plants and shrubs really are a great investment. So the other thing that I just want to briefly talk about is before you do this project, you start dividing plants, you really should have a spot picked out for them where you're going to plant them. And that's because you just don't want to leave plants lying around, you know, their roots exposed for any amount of time. So I'm going to plant these right now. These hydrangeas love a part shade location. So I'm going to give them some fresh soil, some compost, and a part shade location. I'm kind of out of room in the spot I'm thinking, so I'm also going to give some away. So thank you so much for joining me today. I love doing these videos for you. If you like the video, please tap like and go ahead and subscribe to our channel for some future gardening fun.